Students, welcome to first year commerce class. In our previous class, we have done with 2 marks bits from commerce. So, in this class, I am going to explain you the very important 2 marks bits from accountancy. Let us begin with the first word, bookkeeping. Your accountancy starts with this. These are very, very important terms. What we are going to discuss today are very useful for your IP 2021. Apart from that, in various interviews, these type of questions may be asked. In order to test your subject knowledge, in most of the interviews, you will be questioned on these topics. So, the first one is bookkeeping. What is bookkeeping? Recording of business transactions in a systematic manner is called as bookkeeping. It is the beginning of accounting. Okay, where every business transaction is recorded in a systematic manner. So, bookkeeping is defined as that part of accounting in which the business transactions are recorded in a systematic manner. Then comes accounting. Accounting is the second phase. Accounting starts where bookkeeping ends. Accounting begins or say starts where bookkeeping ends. So, it is the second part where the recorded transactions. Accounting is the art of recording, analyzing, classifying, summarizing of the business transactions. So, the recorded transactions are further classified, means dividing according to the similar characteristics like expenses, incomes, losses, gains, assets, liabilities, like that we have to classify. Then summarize, similar nature transactions are to be clubbed, summarized, analyzed, that means whether income is more or expenditure is more. Okay. Then interpretation of results. So, whatever the result we get, that information we have to submit to the superiors or to the decision makers is called as accounting. So, accounting is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing of the business transactions and interpreting the results to the accounting users. Then accounting cycle means where the accounting process begins and where it ends is called as accounting cycle. So, you should know that many times I have explained in the class. Accounting cycle starts at journal, then we prepare ledger, then we prepare trial balance, okay, journal, ledger, trial balance, then final accounts. So, this is what called as accounting cycle. It starts from recording of business transactions in journal, then we post them to ledger, then we prepare trial balance, then we prepare final accounts. This is called as accounting cycle. Then drawings. Drawings is defined as the amount of goods or cash withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use. If any proprietor is investing the amount into business, it is called capital. Drawings is opposite of capital. When a proprietor takes away some goods or cash from the business to his personal use, is called as drawings. Then ledger. Ledger is the summary of similar transactions which helps you to find out the result of similar activities. For example, you have got a debtor known as some X. So, many times you might have sold goods to him, cash received from him. So, ultimately you would like to know what is the total amount due from your debtor. So, we prepare debtor account. Similarly, you are purchasing goods from your supplier on regular basis continuously and you are paying cash. So, one fine day you would like to know what is the amount payable to that creditor. So, you have to prepare their accounts. So, ledger is the summary of transactions, summary of similar transactions. Then it is a permanent record which will give you the result of different transactions. Then journal proper. Journal proper is a subsidiary book which allows you to record a transaction which we cannot record in any of the 7 subsidiary books. Total we have got 8 subsidiary books: purchase book, purchase returns book, sales returns book, bills payable book, bills receivable book, cash book and journal proper. So, the transactions which we cannot record any of the 7 subsidiary books, that transaction can be recorded in a separate book called as journal proper. So journal proper is one of the subsidiary book which allows you to record opening entries, closing entries and adjustment entries. Then journal, okay, almost it is the beginning of accounting. Journal is a book where the business transaction is recorded for the first time. Journal is the book of accounting in which business transactions are recorded for the first time. That is the reason it is also known as book of prime entry. Journal is also known as book of prime entry. Prime entry means entry is made first over here. Okay, as you all know that its pro forma is like this: credit amount, debit amount, ledger folio, date. So date, particulars, LF, debit amount, credit amount is the pro forma of journal. I hope all of you know this. Okay. Then comes suspense account. Suspense account is the temporary account created by the accountants in order to tally the trial balance. See, as you know that whenever we prepare trial balance, this is debit and this is credit. Debit total must be equivalent to credit total. So whenever you prepare a trial balance, the total of debit must be equal to total of credit. Okay. But sometimes this trial balance may not get tally due to some mistake, some error in ledger balances or in recording of transactions or in posting or in addition, some errors may take place. But due to shortage of time, you cannot verify where you went wrong. कहाँ पे गलती हो आप मालूम नहीं कर सकते immediately, because you have to submit report to your superiors or to the decision makers. नहीं तो government को report देना पड़ता. So temporarily आप tally करना पड़ता. So in such a case, what the accountant can do is he will adjust that amount by writing as suspense account. For example, here we are getting 2 lakhs, but here we are getting only 1,80,000. So 20,000 is shortage over here. Both are not getting tallied. Then what the accountant will do? He will write as suspense account and write 20,000. Then he will make this tally. After submission of the report, when he finds time, then he will analyze. He will find out why the difference of 20,000 has appeared. Okay. So suspense account is a temporary adjustment made by the accountants in order to tally the trial balance. Then bank reconciliation statement. In MEC class, I think I have clearly explained. When a customer prepares cash book and the bank prepares passbook, the balance shown by the cash book of the customer and passbook of the bank will not match. It is okay, it doesn't show the same balance. So there may be some differences. Okay, some communication gap between the customer and the banker, due to which the transactions which are recorded in bank may not be recorded in cash book. The transactions which were recorded in cash book may not be recorded by the banker in the passbook, due to which the balance will disagree. So we have to find out what went wrong, why the cash book balance and the passbook balance are not showing the same. For that purpose, we prepare a statement that is called as bank reconciliation statement. So bank reconciliation statement is a statement prepared to know the reasons for disagreement of cash book balance with the passbook balance. Bank overdraft. Many times you might have seen in problems. In 3-column cash book, you are given bank overdraft. What is overdraft? Means when a customer is allowed to withdraw excess money from his account, then the balance he had is called overdraft. For example, I have got 10,000 rupees in my bank account, but I am drawing a check for 15,000. So the banker is giving me extra benefit of 5,000 rupees, not at free of cost. That is a loan. So overdraft is a loan. So overdraft is defined as the excess amount withdrawn by the customer from his account, then the available balance. आपके अकाउंट में जितना बैलेंस है उससे बढ़कर जब आप विड्रॉ करते, दैट इज कॉल्ड ओवरड्राफ्ट. आपके अकाउंट में 10,000 है, आप 15,000 विड्रॉ कर रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स बैंक इज गिविंग यू ए क्रेडिट ऑफ 5,000. दिस 5,000 इज कॉल्ड एज ओवरड्राफ्ट. That is liability to the customer. Then account. Account, you know, it is a summary of transactions. Account is the summary of transactions जो English capital T form में रहता. Okay, date, particulars, JF, amount, again date, particulars, JF, amount. So in which you record the transactions which are related to one person, one account, or say one group, like maybe purchase account, maybe sales, or say debtor, creditor, machinery, furniture. The transactions related to one head are clubbed together, then it becomes account. Then trade discount. Trade discount is the discount given by the trader at the time of sales to his customers to increase the volume of sales. Trade discount is offered by the seller to the buyer at the time of sale of goods. What is the main aim of trade discount? To increase the sales volume. Suppose you visit a shop, up to 5,000, 5% discount, then up to 10,000, 10% discount. So the trader says that, sir, if you buy 10,000 worth of goods, you will get 10% discount. So naturally what we do, 5,000 खरीदे तो आपको 5% डिस्काउंट मिलता. खर्चा ज़्यादा मतलब खरीदा ज़्यादा करे तो आपको डिस्काउंट ज़्यादा मिलता बोल के, instead of 5,000 you may buy 10,000 worth of goods. So what the trader is aiming is trying to sell more number of goods. So trade discount is the discount offered by the seller to the buyer at the time of sale of goods. This trade discount is not going to be recorded in the books of accounts. अपन accounts में नहीं लिखते trade discount को. For example, you go to some shopping mall, purchased goods worth 10,000 rupees, and 1,000 is the discount offered by the shopkeeper. Now your net bill payable is 9,000. So the shopkeeper has to write entry for 9,000 only. This 1,000 is not recorded in the books of accounts. Then comes debit note. So debit note means whenever goods are returned, it is prepared by the buyer when he is returning the goods to the seller. So at the time of purchase returns, we create debit note. Credit note means when a supplier receives goods returned from his customer, he has to prepare a note called as credit note. Credit note is prepared by the seller after receiving the sales returns. Debit note is prepared by the buyer when he is returning the goods as purchase returns. Then contra entry. The entry which affects both cash account and bank account simultaneously is contra entry. As already you might have seen in your 3-column cash book. The entry which affects both cash account and bank account simultaneously. A kabata, when cash is deposited into bank, the entry is bank account debtor to cash account. When cash is withdrawn from bank, the entry is cash account debtor to bank account. When cash account and bank account both are affected in the entry simultaneously, then it is called as contra entry. Then creditor. Who is a creditor? The person who provides you credit. जो आदमी आपको उधार देता, then he is called as creditor. For example, from bank, you have borrowed loan to buy a bike. So bank is your creditor. From nearby your kirana shop, you got 5,000 worth groceries. So that kirana shop owner is your creditor. जो आदमी आपको कर्जा दिया, he is called as creditor. Debtor, the person who has availed credit from us is called as debtor. That means the person who has taken loan from us. For example, from bank you have taken loan, so you are the debtor to the bank. Bank is creditor to you. Okay. Any person who has availed goods from us and not paid the money at present and promised to pay in future is called as a debtor. Any goods or service, for example, from our shop, different customers have purchased goods, said that they will make the payment in future. So they are all debtors for us. Capital, you all know the amount of finance, cash or any material required to start a business organization is called as capital. It is a basic investment with which the business organization comes into existence. Business शुरुआत करने के लिए, business चलाने के लिए जो पैसे चाहिए उसको अपन बोलते हैं capital. Then comes posting. What is posting? Transferring of a entry from journal to ledger is called as posting. From journal, when you transfer a transaction to ledger, it is called as posting. Favorable balance means when a customer has got his money in the bank account, excess money in the bank account, it is called as favorable balance. If he is drawing more than the balance, it is called overdraft. But when a customer has got his own money, his money in the bank account, it is called as favorable balance. Bad debts, the amount of debt which we could not collect are called as bad debts. जो आप खर्चा दिए लोगों को, गुड्स उधार में बेचे, लेकिन उन लोगों से आप पैसे वसूल नहीं कर सके, लोग डुबा के गए आपको, so they are called as bad debts. Okay, for example, from your shop 5 customers have purchased worth 5,000 goods. So one customer had to pay 1,000 rupees, but he, due to any reason, he did not turn up and he can't pay, he did not pay the amount. So that 1,000 rupees is bad debts for you, which is loss. So bad debts is that amount of debt which a business organization could not collect from its debtors. Then transaction. What is a transaction? Any economic activity which takes place in a business organization involving two parties is called as a transaction. For example, Sri Medhavi College received fees from the students is a transaction. Sri Medhavi College paid salaries to lecturers is a transaction. Okay, you went to a bakery and had some snacks is a transaction. So transaction which affects cash inflow or outflow, that means exchange of goods and services in a business organization is called as transaction. Trial balance, just now I told you, it is the statement of debits and credits which is prepared to know the arithmetical accuracy of ledger balances. Means whether these ledger balances are correct or not, we have to check before preparing the final accounts. So if you don't check, if these balances are wrong, then your final accounts also will be wrong. The balance sheet may not get tally. Even the net profit or loss, whatever you find, that may be a wrong one. So in order to avoid that, all the accountants have to check, have to trial the balances of ledger. So trial balance is the statement prepared to know the arithmetical accuracy of ledger balances. Then accounting equation. Capital plus liabilities is equal to assets. As we follow dual aspect concept, every debit has got a corresponding credit for an equal amount. This comes into existence. Capital plus liabilities is equal to assets, or you can write down assets minus liabilities is equal to capital. Then adjustment. While doing the final accounts, you will get this, very important. Adjustment is a transaction which belongs to the current accounting period, but unfortunately is not been recorded into books of accounts, is called as adjustment. Adjustment is a transaction which is related to the current accounting year, but not recorded in the books of accounts, like outstanding salaries, prepaid expenses, or say closing stock. Okay, all these items may belong to the current year, like provision of depreciation, okay, provision for bad debts, all these are called as adjustments. Adjustments are the transactions which relate to the current financial year but were not recorded in the books of accounts. जो लिखना था लेकिन नहीं लिखे थे, अब उसको आप लिखना पड़ता, that is called as adjustment. Remember, every adjustment will have a dual effect. माने वो एक बार ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में नहीं तो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में आता और एक बार बैलेंस शीट में आता. हर एडजस्टमेंट को आप दो बार ट्रीट करना पड़ता. Like for example, you take closing stock. Closing stock appears on the credit side of trading account and again appears on the asset side of balance sheet. Like everything. So either it affects trading account or profit and loss account and again affects the balance sheet, either liability side or asset side. That is called as adjustment. So these are the very important 2 marks definitions from accountancy. I hope all of you have understood. Go through these answers. Intermediate exams are going to be conducted as per the scheduled announced earlier. Okay, though the colleges are being closed to prevent the spread of COVID, exams will be conducted. Don't think that again this year also you will be promoted without exams. Keep on preparing. Go on reading the answers. So in the morning itself, the government gave the announcement that exams will be conducted as per the schedule for 10th class and intermediate. Right? All the best.